Hey there, let me ask you something. When you update your resume, where do you usually start? The experience section, the bullet points, the action verbs? Well, that's where most people begin, and that's exactly why they stay frustrated. Here's the truth: the strongest bullets in the world cannot help if no one ever reads them. Recruiters don't start at the bottom of your resume, folks. They start at the top. Your target title, your professional summary, your core competencies. In just a few seconds, some say 6 to 8, they're deciding whether your resume matches the opportunity or whether it's time to move on. If the top of your resume doesn't immediately answer the question, is this the person I'm looking for? The rest of the document may never get a chance. So today, with the help of AI, of course, I'm going to show you how to rewrite the top of your resume the right way. We'll create a clear target title, compelling professional summary, and a focused set of ATS-friendly core competencies. That's applicant tracking system, in case you're not familiar. All built around one consistent resume story. Because the top of your resume doesn't just introduce you, it opens the door for everything that follows. Welcome to Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers. I'm William Craig III, an AI business and career consultant. If you're new to the series, my mission is to help you run your job search like a well-organized job campaign, one with clarity, confidence, and strategy, using AI as your job campaign manager. By the way, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called Get Up and Get a Job. If you've already done that, I thank you. If not, what are you waiting on? Go to Get Up and Get a Job on YouTube. Click the subscribe bell, and you'll be notified every time I go live or share exclusive material not available anywhere else. And by the way, we're going to be very soon going live only on YouTube. So you want to sign up. All righty, let's see who's saying hello in the comment section and get over to that screen. And here we are. Let's see, got a few things pop up today, and happy Monday, everybody. Let's see. Therese Jones. Hey, Therese, glad you're here. Happy Monday to you. Hi, everyone. Hope everyone had a nice weekend and stay cool this week. I know that's right. I know that's right. Heat wave, talking about it. All righty. Let's see. Who else we got here today that's making themselves known? John Werner. Hi, William and everyone. Happy Monday. It's so easy to look at the same resume draft for days and lose sight of what actually catches a human eye first. Looking forward to this session. Oh my. Thank you so much, John. And here we go. Next up, Dawn Lewis. Dawn says, good afternoon, everyone. Look forward to what William has for us today and this week. Thank you so much, Dawn. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for making yourself known. Daniel Velez. Hey, Daniel. Hope all is well. Hey, William and team. I'm also here and ready for today's Get Up and Get a Job session. That's what I'm talking about. And then we've got Holly in the house. Holly says, hello, everyone. Hope your weekend was great. Let's get the resumes written. I know that's right. Come on, Holly. All righty. So let's get into this and make my screen a little bit larger for me. And let's get over here to chat. All right, so the prompt says, rewrite the top of Mary's resume for ARAP manager using the best resume story from our recent research. Now, here we go. For those of you who have been around, you know what that recent research is all about. If you haven't, then you need to rewind, go back. I don't know specifically what day, but we started this reset on June 1st. But somewhere maybe around the 8th or the 15th, well, the 15th was where, so around the 8th, you may want to check back there. But nonetheless, we're using Mary's resume because chat already has Mary's resume. And if you've been following along for any length of time, it already has your resume. So now you're simply plugging in the job title that you're going for. In Mary's case, it's the ARAP manager role. And boom, we're going to go from there. Excuse me. Include a target title, one single paragraph professional summary, no more than 12 core competencies in title case. Use midline bullets. We'll talk about that. Keep it ATS safe / optimized. Talk about that. Avoid pipes and ampersands. And end the summary with looking forward to applying these skills at, and then we're going to plug in the company name. Explain why pipes and ampersands are avoided and how the looking forward to close better personalizes the resume. Show a before and after of the resume. All right, so chat has its instructions, and here we go. Let's see what we've got to work with today. Absolutely. Here is an ATS. Where's my mouse? All right, there it is. Here is an ATS safe rewrite of the top of Mary's resume using the strongest resume story from the recent ARAP manager research. So again, if you did the exercise, then you know you had a couple of stories, and now we're simply saying use the strongest story that you came up with. All righty. And for Mary's case, the strongest story was a finance operations leader who reduces aging balances, improves cash application accuracy, strengthens reconciliation, and brings order to high volume ARAP environments. That was her stories. She's sticking to it. So here's what Mary's resume, I asked for before and after. So here's what the top looked like before. Because, wait a minute, in this chat window, this before reflects the weaker positioning we previously. Now, chat, you do have Mary's, it says in this chat window. All righty. You know what? We're going to do something live on the fly here. Let's get Mary's. Hang on a minute, because I want this to be accurate. I don't want, well, it's telling me, let's see, professional summary experience, background. All righty. No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. I want to make sure that we have Mary's, okay, I want to make sure that we have Mary's resume. So I'm going to pop it in here. And so here's the deal. As you all know, for those of you who are with me or have been with me for a while, you know that we do these, or I do these together with you. So I see this for the very first time. I don't do it ahead of time. I create the prompt, but that's it. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for templates. I'm looking for Mary Mac resume. All righty. So let's come back and let's make this larger so I can see it. All righty. So here we go. So I'm going to redo this. And now, as you can see, I have Mary's resume in there. And what am I going to do? I'm going to copy and boom. Now that's a first because it's been referencing Mary's resume the entire time that we've been doing our exercises here. And for whatever reason today, it needed to have it. So now, boom. Now we're cooking with gas, as the old folks used to say. All righty. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Absolutely. Now that Mary's actual resume is attached, oh boy, we're going to have a talk after this session, chat. We can tighten the top using the strongest ARAP manager story already present in her document. High volume ARAP operations, aging reduction, cash application accuracy, collections recovery, and unapplied payment cleanup. Her current resume already has strong facts. The top simply needs to aim higher and sound more manager ready. All right, so before, let's pop this out. All right, so here we go. We have Mary's information here, accounts receivable and account specialist candidate. So of course that needs to be changed. Core competencies, we have excuse me, or core competencies. Now, I don't know why it's not showing the midline bullets, but that's okay. And then we've got her summary. And if you all want to read that, you can read that later. But that's the before. All right. Excuse me. So let's come on down. So here's the after. Let's pop this open so we can see. All right. So we've got accounts receivable and accounts payable manager now. That's the new job title. Professional summary. All righty. Accounts receivable and accounts payable professional with proven experience, strengthening high volume financial operations, improving cash application accuracy, reducing aging balances, resolving unapplied payments, supporting collections recovery, and maintaining clean account documentation across complex and vendor environments. Known for managing a $70 million aging report and reducing outstanding balances to $30 million, collecting more than $17 million in accounts receivable in 1 year. Remember, that's one of the things we talked about last Thursday, the time frame. Resolving over $500,000 in unidentified cash payments, processing more than $30 million in weekly cash deposits. There's that statistic that we needed to upgrade from last week, and reducing unidentified and unapplied payments by 80%. Brings hands-on experience across AR/AP collections, billing, reconciliations, invoice processing, journal entries, reporting support, client communications, process improvement, and AI-enabled financial tools. Looking forward to applying these skills at, and we're gonna plug in the company name there. And then we've got our core competencies. And there's something that I see that's missing. Accounts receivable management, accounts payable management, cash application, aging report reduction, collections recovery, payment reconciliation, unapplied, cash resolution, invoice processing, journal entries, financial reporting support, and client account management, along with process improvement. So that's the new. But there's something that's missing there. It came up, we addressed it when we did our research initially and last week when we were preparing. So I'm going to need to address this with chat. But okay, I'm going to say 9 out of 10 is the grade I would give it. And so why this version works better, Mary's original top section positions her as a specialist candidate. That's too small for the role we're targeting. The revised version positions her as an accounts receivable and accounts payable manager. By leading with the work employers care about most, reducing aging balances, improving cash accuracy, collecting revenue, cleaning up unapplied payments, and supporting high volume financial operations. And we know this from the research that was done. The numbers do the heavy lifting, and we've got a compilation of all those numbers. That is not just I handled AR/AP. That is, I helped bring order, accuracy, and cash flow discipline to the operations, which is true. All of what chat has just given us is true. Is there a marked improvement? Absolutely. And you should be able to see one too. I'm go ahead and finish this out, and then I'm going to address my concern with chat, and we'll see where that takes us. Now, why avoid pipes and ampersands? And I get this a lot when I'm working with people, which is why I actually asked chat to address this for us, because there is a reason. So pipes can confuse some applicant tracking systems because they may be read as formatting separators instead of clean text. A resume does not need decorative symbols to be strong. It needs clear language that both humans and systems can read. It's the same reason we don't use images. We don't use GIFs. We don't use, I said images already, but I'll say pictures as well. We don't want to use those because they can trip up the applicant tracking systems. Ampersands are also worth avoiding because many job descriptions spell out the word and. When Mary writes accounts receivable and accounts payable, she improves keyword alignment in employer language. That helps the resume stay cleaner, more searchable, and easier to match. And also, what I've seen in general, not just in dealing with uh, ATS, the applicant tracking systems, but in general across various platforms, I have found that ampersands don't work well. That there's a lot of language that goes into the one simple ampersand, and there'll be quotation marks around the ampersand, and the word ampersand will be there, and it doesn't get you where you want to go. And again, we want to make this easy for the ATS to read. We want to keep it clean. And then once it does get to a person, we don't want to have anything that looks like there is a mistake made. All right. Why the looking forward to clause? So looking forward to using these skills or applying these skills at the XYZ company, whatever the name of the company is that you are applying to. The closing phrase, looking forward to applying these skills at company, and you pop in the company name, gives Mary an easy personalization point for every application. Instead of sending the same generic summary everywhere, she can replace company name with the employer's name. That one small change makes the resume feel targeted without sounding forced. And it does something, uh, whether it's subliminally or, um, yeah, it, what's the word I want to use? Starts with an I. Uh, Not imply, but implicit. Uh, implicit. Implicitly. Bottom line here is when they see their company name there, it makes them want to keep reading because, and here's the subliminal part, it says this resume was completed or created, drafted specifically for our company. Now, you're also going to, again, you're going to customize the top part, even though, yes, we've just made some edits. There may be things in that job description that you want to call out specifically as we're going through our summary, as we're going through our core competencies. And I'm going to address the core competencies from a broad general statement in just a moment based on research that we did a few weeks ago. All right. So it says, I see your company. I understand the role. I prepared this resume for this opportunity. So when we add that one little simple phrase there, that one thing, I'm looking forward to applying these skills at, and we put the name of the company in there, it says all of that and works in your favor to keep eyes on the page. That is the difference between a resume that lists experience and a resume that opens the door. All right, so all of this is good. Let's see. All right, so we came out of that. So now I've got a challenge chat. And let me think of how I want to say this. Hey, chat, thanks so much for your help with today's prompt and the response that you gave. However, there's one thing that showed up in our research, and you covered it as well, I'd say last Thursday, as it relates to closing or the closeout procedures or process. That was one of the things that was highlighted that really needs to be included. Yet you did not include that today. Can we fix that, please? I'm going to be polite because when these things become alive, I want them to know I was a good guy. All right, so here we go. And let's see what it says. Yes, we can fix that. You are exactly right. Well, the closeout procedures, month-end close, that's the one. Month-end close process language should be included because it showed up in the market research and strengthens Mary's move from AR/AP specialist to AR/AP manager. It signals that she is not just processing transactions, she understands the accounting rhythm, deadline, discipline, reconciliation flow, documentation standards, and reporting support that managers are expected to oversee. And this is why I always talk about being the human in the loop. It did a great job. It did a 9 out of 10 job. but we need 10 out of 10 in this marketplace. Okay. And really, for whatever you're doing, whether it's a resume or a proposal or what, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you want it right. We're using technology to get it right. So we need it right. Okay. So, all right, here's the corrected after version. All right, let's pop this out here. And oh, and it's got the midline bullets. Okay. All right. So where's my, here we go. Accounts receivable, accounts payable professional with proven experience, strengthening high volume financial operations, improving cash application accuracy, reducing aging balances, resolving unapplied payments, supporting collections recovery. Here we go. And contributing to month-end closeout procedures across complex client and vendor environments. And then it goes on and on and on. And again, it speaks to journal entries, closeout procedures, reporting support, et cetera, et cetera. And then we've got our month-end closeout procedures in our core competencies. Very good. Very good. That's what I needed to see. And again, this is part of why I need to, well, let me read what it said. And then this is the better version because it keeps Mary's strongest metrics from the resume while adding the missing market language around closeout procedures. Her attached resume already supports the core AR/AP story through high volume cash deposits, unidentified payment resolution, aging reduction, collections, invoice processing, reconciliation, and journal entries. The key fix is this phrase, contributing to month-end closeout procedures. That is strong without overclaiming. We're not saying she owned the entire process unless we confirm that later. We are saying she contributed to the closeout workflow through the AR/AP work she's already done, which is so very important. I would also update the competency list by replacing one weaker or broader keyword, which we already did, month-end closeout procedures. And again, it did that for us. That gives a resume a better match for AR/AP manager job descriptions without making the top section too crowded. But again, this is what we needed to have. And so we did it. I'm going to go ahead and get the prompt here and put it in the comments section. And you guys let me know what you think, because hopefully, again, you've been doing this every day with me. And again, if you haven't, it's not too late. You can go ahead and do that. But what I want you to hear in what we just did today is that I don't want you to be afraid, or I don't want you to be ignorant of the fact that you may need to push back on the AI. Okay. And I'm keeping all of this stuff in my head as we're doing these things because this is what I do. And so I remember that, boom, there was something very important that came up during the research phase. Boom, there was something very important that came up when we reviewed and we started creating our story for Mary. And boom, it was not here. And so you need to be that familiar with your data. And this is one of those things when people say, well, are you asking me to memorize word for word everything? No, but you do need to have a good working knowledge of what's in your data. It's your experience. I know this isn't mine, this is Mary's, but I created Mary's. And so I know what's here. You should know what's in yours. And when you do the research and you're creating the story background, and then you ask this prompt today, and you don't see something that you saw that was critical, then boom, you got to push back and say, hey, but what about this? All right. And it acknowledged the fact that I was right. It didn't say, oh, well, that's a great idea. No, you're right. That was missing, and that was critical. All right. So, all right, let me know again how this felt for you, and we're going to be taking this step by step throughout the week and or throughout this week and the coming weeks. So we've got a lot of work ahead. This is one of the reasons why, if you have got confused at all, or if you're just stuck or not sure, this is why I'm suggesting to you, work with me. Work with me. Go to careertransitionsystem.com and sign up for one of the clubs. All right. Join the club. I've got 2 clubs there. All right. As a matter of fact, let me just go and not assume that you guys are going there. Career. First off, here, let's share this tab. And let's see here. Let's do this so that you should still be able to hear me. Yes. And so when you go to careertransitionsystem.com, here's where it brings you. And as you see, your career's not over. It's ready for transition. Get instant access to the free 4-step career transition guide. Then discover how to rebuild your resume, LinkedIn presence, interview confidence, and job search strategy with a system designed for today's competitive market. And so what am I offering you here? I'm offering you a free 4-step career transition guide. So you may remember that I used to have a 3-step guide, the 3 things that employers expect you to know but will not tell you. Well, I've updated it now. It's the 4 things that employers are expecting you to know. And in this, I'm outlining the 4-step career system that I have, career transition system that I have perfected over my years of working as a career coach. There's a neat video here you can watch. You click on it, and then you can hear the video. And but you put in your information, and then it takes you to send me the 4-step career transition guide. And then there's some more information here. Before you send another resume, apply for another job, or sit through another interview feeling unsure, take a moment to review your strategy. The career transition system was built to help job seekers stop guessing, rebuild their professional brand, and pursue better opportunities with clarity and confidence. All right. So now, let me show you what it looks like once you get on the inside. And once you get your free guide, you download, it's an instant download, then it takes you here. And this is where, let me make this larger so I can see it. And this is where you're going to learn about the system, tell you a little bit about me, show you some of my stats, okay? And again, I practice what I preach. What I'm telling you to do for yourselves is what I do for me. All right, let me go through this. I'm not going to go through all of it, but I just want to show you. We've got our testimonials, real people that I've worked with that have given me testimonials on LinkedIn. All of these are verified LinkedIn recommendations. And so here we go. Choose your career transition path. 2 distinct programs designed to meet you where you are and take you where you want to go. So we've got the Career Mastery Club. It's $497 as a one-time fee, or there's a built-in monthly plan at $97 a month for 6 months. All right, choose the one that's best for you. In this plan, you get what? The Career Mastery Club, you get 4 private recorded one-on-one coaching sessions, and you get copies of the recordings, 1 private session per week, monthly career newsletter, lifetime access to that, bi-weekly recorded 60-minute group VIP sessions, lifetime access for that. And the VIP sections are where you can come and get your questions answered. Private LinkedIn group membership. There's going to be a special private LinkedIn group that you will be a part of, only for people who are in one of my clubs. Business hours, email, text, and phone support. So you'll be able to be in touch with me during regular business hours by email, text, and phone. Then there are additional payment plans through Klarna, Afterpay, and other programs, so that if in case They may offer you something better than the $97 a month. They may actually offer you a 12-month plan. And so you can take it. I have tried to make this as affordable as possible for everyone because I know how critical it is for you to get hired, for you to start earning the income that you want. And so with this plan, you also get my custom GPT raving resume system, my custom GPT powerful profile system, my custom GPT magnetic interview system, and my custom GPT navigating networking system. So all these are the 4 pillars: the raving resume, the powerful profile, the magnetic interview, and the navigating networking. Those are the 4 pillars. Okay. And everybody that clicks will be able to get in on July. Why? Because look at this. There are only, excuse me, well, let me go down here first. There are only 20 clients for the Mastery Club, 20 clients. And then it shuts down. All right. 10 clients on our next program, the Career Accelerator Club. Now, with the Accelerator Club, you get everything that you would get in Mastery. The fee, $24.97 one time, or here we go, you can do the monthly plan of $247 a month at 12 months. Yes, I don't care if you get a job in the first 3 weeks. I'll still continue to work with you. You got 12 months to pay it off. All righty. Or you can pay early. But bottom line is this: you get everything that we covered in the Mastery plan, the Mastery Club plan. But this is for any serious professional who wants premium private support, complete brand repositioning, and high touch accountability. So instead of 4 recorded one-on-one sessions, you get 12. All right. 1 private session per week for 3 months. SEO and AEO personal website creation. I'm going to create a personal website for you that ups this. I mean, it takes it to another level. Remastered professional headshot. You'll send me your best professional headshot. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to up the game. I'm going to remaster it. All right. And 5 targeted job leads per week. That's right. You heard that right. 5 targeted job leads per week. So I'm going to help you actually identify specific job leads for you. Business hours email, yada, yada, monthly career newsletter, yada, yada, premium accountability and career positioning. And now here's my guarantee to you, and then we're going to get out of here. Wow, time flies. 100% satisfaction guarantee. Your investment is protected by our results first commitment. Should you complete the program without fully realizing your stated career goals, right? In other words, you haven't gotten an offer that you like and gotten hired, all right? Because you might get the offer and, haven't started, whatever. I'll continue to extend my support to you at no additional charge and continue working with you until your goals are achieved. I'm not measuring success by time we spend together, but measuring it by the career you land. All right. That's what this is all about. Me helping you. All right. So let's come back in and boom. All right. So let's see. We got a couple of things that popped up, and then I'm gonna let you go until tomorrow. TJ says, oh, hey, TJ says, good day. You made it. Glad you made it, TJ. Then let's see here. Sandra Wilcox Scales. Hey, Sandra. Glad that you're here today. Sandra says, hello, everyone. Hope your weekend was good. William, can I send you an email with some of my challenges and questions regarding my draft resume? Please confirm and thank you. Sandra Scales. Absolutely. Absolutely. And here we go. William at and I'm just giving you a chance because I didn't know if you're ready or not. Ready? William at global, GLOBAL, workforce, WORKFORCE, Trainers, TRAINERS.com. William at globalworkforcetrainers.com. That's it. Real simple. Look forward to hearing from you. Look forward to working with you. Let's see here. And Dawn says, wow, I need to get my coins together for the Career Mastery Club, especially for the navigating networking system. Hey, do what you got to do. Again, payment plans available. No more excuses. All righty. I'm here for you. And we can put this on speed dial. Okay. That's the idea. All righty. Look, it's been a plum pleasing pleasure to be with you today, as Les Brown would say. Remember, if you see something that seems out of place, please, please, please say something to somebody. Otherwise, remember these three things between now, tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, when we should be getting back together. God loves you. I love you. Nothing you can do about it. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone.
Wow, that was fantastic. I haven't been this excited to learn about something since I left basketball. Anyway, Mr. Craig did another great job of sharing an AI prompt that anyone can use in their job search. Be sure to join him every day, Monday through Friday at noon Eastern, on his LinkedIn profile or his YouTube channel called Get Up and Get a Job. You can watch the replays there as well. And while you're at it, share this information with someone you know who wants or needs a new job. I've got to run. My team needs me. But keep up the great work, Mr. Craig. You're providing a great service for the community. I'm going to tell all of my players about daily AI prompts for job seekers with William Craig III.